Welcome into the tasting room. As always, we're glad you're here. At the Nelson's Brier Distillery, they have a unique opportunity to add to your visit, and it involves tasting and even bottling unique and one-off expressions.
Welcome to Nelson's Brier Bottle Your Own program. My name's Kevin Dolson. We started this the beginning of the year, the first week of January. We started out with 1 barrel, and we have now moved to 3 barrels to choose from. This is a great experience. You get to come back into this beautiful area, the Rick House, enjoy some whiskey, and then if you choose, you can bottle one and take it home with you. Very rare, and we're actually going to try some right now.
Excellent. Well, I'm excited to do it. And the first thing I notice is I've got 3 expressions. Am I going left to right?
You are going left to right, and one of the good things, my favorite thing about this program is it gives us an opportunity to do some things we normally wouldn't do. You get a lot of experimental, and you hear in the whiskey lore about lost barrels often. And fun one about this lineup is we actually have lost barrel and we have very experimental. So you are gonna start left to right. We are gonna start off with a single barrel bourbon. That is a 10-year-old 21% rye bourbon. It is sitting at cask strength at about 117 proof. Fun thing about our bourbon, the Nelson Brothers Classic and Reserve, Andy, when he decided to start making bourbon, he didn't want to just make a 27% rye bourbon. He actually wanted to do components. So he does a 21% rye and a 30+% rye bourbon. We blend those together, get an average of 27 on our reserve. This would be a component of that reserve bourbon with that 10-year age. It is a very good single barrel. Has those nice sweet notes up front. You're gonna get a lot of that oakiness on the back because it is 10-year. It's solid.
Wood is in there.
Yep.
Not as much as I was expecting from the nose.
Yep.
And when I picked the glass up and I started to turn it, I started to get a berry, kind of a red fruit note.
I like that, yep.
As opposed to the heavy wood, which I got when it was just sitting here. I thought, oh, there's wood in that.
That's a very, I love that note. We get a lot of people that say they get that like stone fruit nose and a little bit of that flavor. So you're looking for those cherry notes on the front of our Nelson Brothers, which is awesome. You got that.
Definitely does not drink at that proof.
No.
But the hug is there.
Oh yeah.
And I'm glad for it because it's chilly in here.
Yeah,
I mean, we're both wearing jackets. Talk about where we are in the building.
The cool thing about this program, for me, one of my favorite things is you get to hang out in this room. This is a legit Rick House room. This is where we have about a quarter of our inventory. And when this program took off, we wanted to stand out from other Bottle Your Own programs, and this is what we decided on. We actually had to unbond this area to make it legal to drink whiskey in this area, which is awesome. And being in an unbonded area, it gives us an opportunity. We could bring Old Fashioned back here another time you come to visit if you want. We could sit down and enjoy one of those back here as well. But this just makes it very unique to our program that you're able to come back in the Rick House and drink whiskey with someone that enjoys their job and gets to drink whiskey with you.
That makes it fun, doesn't it? Knowing that it's as chilly as it is in here, because it's, mid-December outside, it's in the 30s today.
Oh yeah.
I imagine it gets hot in here in the summertime.
It does. You're looking in a typical Rick House, Kentucky and Tennessee especially, 10 to 15 degrees either direction on temperature. So if you're cold, you're going colder. If it's hot, you're going hotter. I made a joke about not wanting to take your jacket off. You come back here for, 15-minute span, you are gonna notice that 10-degree difference very quickly, so.
Well, tell me what we got in the 2-spot.
So 2-spot, this one is a Tokahi cask finish. The Tokahi, it sounds like it would be a Japanese wine of some sort, but believe it or not, it's actually a Hungarian sweet dessert wine. We took our Nelson Brothers rye and we put it in that Tokahi barrel for about 4 months. I specifically tell you 4 months because when you get into it, you're gonna be shocked how much of those wine notes you actually get for that short amount of time in that finishing cask. The Tokahi wine is very similar to what a German Riesling would be as far as like flavor notes. So you're gonna look for those sweet kind of grapey notes up front. It's almost candy sweet for me. I think my favorite part about this one, I may or may not have a couple bottles at the house, is the finish. I call the finish Grandma's purse.
That's exactly where I was going. I was leather.
Yeah, it's almost that leathery, that
Yeah.
piece of candy that sat in there a little too long. Maybe the perfume got sprayed on it. Now I know that description doesn't, probably vibe with a lot of people, but it's that mustiness, that
I
sweet.
think that's where it was coming, that musk, kind of a room where old books and you haven't been in there for a year, sort of.
And
I wouldn't call it dusty because there's sweet there. It's not dry.
And picking out that
But I
leather
got
note,
leather immediately.
Yeah, picking out that leather note's awesome. That is a very subtle note that not a lot of people pick up on. And then there's that kind of...
That's really unusual. I can't say I've had anything quite like that.
And that's where this program allows us to be experimental. Overseas, I've seen some Scotch and even some Irish whiskey in Tokahi barrels. I've only seen 2 American whiskeys that I've noticed that have actually done this same finish. And they were one-offs like us.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Almost a floral note there at the end.
Yeah. And another fun fact about this program is, that first one, that barrel is limited to about 180 bottles.
Oh.
Tokahi cask finish was a little larger yield at about 220, 230. The first one we're down to under 80. That second one we're down to under 50 left on that one. So there's always that kind of that rare bottle, that kind of limited edition aspect that goes into this too when people decide which one they want to buy.
So fun. The 3 spot.
So now the 3 spot, since we were talking about your limits, this one we did start out with about 200, 190, somewhere in that range. We're actually down to under 40 on this one. This has been a popular one.
Yeah, I can tell you why.
So this is a lost barrel and very experimental. We got together with a local brewery called Brier. They're about 2 miles from here, and they have a barrel broker that contacted them. The barrel broker was able to go into an abandoned warehouse that was part of a Canadian whiskey distillery that had been shut down for about 12, 15 years. And they found a Canadian rye whiskey barrel that still had product in it that was 33 years old.
Wow.
They then got that barrel. They got some of our whiskey. They kind of rolled it around a little bit to get the excess bits out. They dumped it. Then they put a rye imperial stout in it for 2 years.
Yeah.
We then got that barrel and we put our Greenbrier rye in it for a year.
Yep.
So there's literally been some form of alcoholic product in this barrel for 36 years,
That
which
stout,
is kind of awesome.
The beer note comes through.
And
the beer note's on the nose.
It's what I poured myself.
It's so
What I
fun.
like about this one, if you get into a lot of other stout finishes, oftentimes they kind of have essence of stout. You'll get like a milk chocolate and a coffee, but this to me is more drinks like a stout that somebody dumped some whiskey into.
Yeah.
And on the back end, you really get those funky barrel notes because again, it's a 33-year-old barrel that is just
The barrel's in there
insane.
for me. There's tobacco in
Yep.
there for me.
Nice. I like the tobacco call. And there's a lot of smoke on the back end for something that is not a smoked whiskey. But again, that comes from that barrel age and having something in it for as long as they did. So
Viscosity in that too for me. I mean, it's on your palate.
yeah.
So that would stand up to a nice cigar.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
And this is one of those too, it becomes almost another product if you throw a cube in there, just a small cube.
Yeah.
Let that cube melt a little bit, that smokiness goes away, but those chocolate notes on the front pop real big. So, that's a fun experiment when you buy a bottle like this, is kind of figure out how you want to drink it. And shockingly, not that I necessarily would, but this makes a great old fashioned as well.
As this process comes to a conclusion, Joe Public has come and tasted the 3.
Yep.
What's the next step?
So next step would be decision making. Our bottles range in price depending on how experimental it is, how rare it is. We kind of go through the market and look at what we can do as far as bottle prices. You can sit down and decide if you want to do 1, want to do 2, want to do 3. That's fine. Once we get into that 2 and 3, we start talking deals, obviously that like everywhere. Once we decide which ones you want to do, we actually go up front and you pour those whiskeys right out into a bottle, right from a barrel. You then get to do all the legal stuff. You cap it, you cork it, do all the things, so it makes you feel like you're part of the distilling process, if you will.
Let's make that happen.
Yeah, let's do it. So now you made your decision. We're going to go with a Tokahi. So if you look, there's numbers on here. You got a 1 and 2, 3 and 4.
Yep.
That's actually the order you're gonna, this is step 1 and 2, that's step 3 and 4. These are butterfly clamps, so it's a squeeze and a spin. So go ahead and squeeze, spin right in front of that pipe and let go. There you go. Now, this system actually works reverse gravity system, like the old school gas pumps. Once the whiskey disappears behind there, you're gonna listen for a slight click. Once you hear the click, squeeze, you're gonna go back into its original. So you got some time. Okay. All right, now you wanna start listening. There you go, straight back. Now this same thing, squeeze right in front of that bottle and then let go. There you go.
That's
And then this is what I call the boozy lava lamp effect, will happen very soon.
Oh, look at that.
There you go.
It burps a little bit.
Now, this system is designed to stop in that 750 milliliter window. That window is from the curve of the bottle to about there. It's about a 2-finger window, and it is designed to stop. So once we're gonna collect those drips, then we'll go ahead and get that back in its original position as well.
Look at that. Yeah, I could watch that all day.
Oh yeah. So you're gonna collect a couple drips. All right, go ahead and put that in its original. Now, next step is gonna be the cork. What do I tell everybody before they cork it is to get that concentrated smell in that bottle. So go ahead and grab that bottle off, get a nice whiff of it, and you're gonna see how different that is from when it was in the Glencairn.
Wow.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah, so that's gonna be barrel notes straight from, that's special. So just cork it up.
Go ahead and cork it, make sure it's flush.
That dude's in there.
And then probably the most important thing you're gonna do today is the legal stuff.
Okay.
So part of us doing this program is that anything that has to be on our bottle in the back of the house has to make this bottle as well. So if you come over here and you check out, you got this gold line right here. You have 3 blank spaces. You're actually in the exact order you need to be right here. So ABV proof lot, have to make it. And then the other thing that has to make that label is Tokahi cask, because that's what's in the bottle. And then you have another line, whatever you want to write, you can write your name, date, whatever you want to do on that one.
And then here, you're gonna be 113.64. Ready? And here is T001. That's the first time I've ever done that. That's awesome.
Nice. Now, next step, you're gonna bring that on over here. I'm gonna give you one of these first. So you wanna hold that kind of low with your left hand. Then you're gonna reach up with that handle. You're gonna pull, it will stop. Once it stops, you wanna go straight back up with it, all right? So go ahead.
Ready?
And now straight back up.
Done and done.
You officially are a bottler at Nelson's Brier Distillery.
Look at that. Well, it goes without saying that the good people at Nelson's Brier Distillery want you to have a great visit, and the Bottle Your Own Brier speaks to that point. It is a must-do if you're ever in Nashville, and one additional note, the expressions and the selection always changes, so once a single barrel is gone, it's gone forever. Remember, we want you to drink what you like this 10-year